Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Bless you here. And in this reading we are going to be taking a look at the energies for those of you who've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed, feeling like you're lacking direction in your life, and seeing what advice the cards have for you at this particular time. So I have three options for you my darlings. Option number 1 with the citrine crystal, option number 2 angel aura quartz, and option number 3 this rainbow pyrite wants to work with you. So see which one you're most drawn to, don't overthink it, and let's go ahead and get started. A lovely option number 1, if you guys were drawn to the citrine, and welcome to your reading guys. Get comfy as I'm shuffling the cards. Say your name out loud in your head, helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. Alright, tell me a little bit about yourselves, about your situation. This is also going to be a bit of an energy check-in so that you guys can make sure you chose the right pile. Ten of Swords. Okay, Ten of Swords that came through in reverse. Okay, so this is coming in as you, my darlings, having had suffered something very traumatic lately, right? So this could be divorce, it could be a loss of a job, this could be a loss of a loved one. It's something very, very traumatic. Maybe you had to forcefully leave a particular place, something that caused you a lot of pain and signified a particular period, like an end of a particular period, a particular situation. However, the fact that the Ten of Swords is coming through in reverse, this talks to me about you not being able to fully accept it, right? So it's almost like you haven't finished falling just yet, but you're trying to get back up. Does that make sense? There's this energy where you haven't fully accepted something. You know, when we go through the 5 stages of grief, the final one is acceptance. And it kind of feels like you went through the other 4 and you kind of keep going backwards and forwards. But acceptance doesn't come for whatever reason. And you're trying to find a way out, and you're trying to find some sort of guidance from a place where there's no way out. It's like trying to get out of a tunnel before it ends. So let me try and see what it is that you need to accept. For a lot of you guys, it's going to be different things. But the main energy over here, you know, that you might be holding on to something. 4 of Pentacles, yeah. You see, there was a particular situation that ended, or like that person that was in your life, or a pattern. It made you feel safe in one way or another. Even if it was bad, you had the safety in knowing what's going to happen, in being familiar with certain emotions and things like this, yeah? I'm not going to go too deeply into this, into the psychology of it and so on and so forth. That's not why we're here. But what the cards are saying, that, you know, it gave you the stability of knowing. And now what you gotta do, they're saying, in order to get out of this energy of feeling lost, of not knowing, is accept the fact that something is over here. Yeah, for a lot of you, you know, it's with the King of Cups, it could be separation. It could be a realization that somebody has changed a lot. Somebody has changed their perception of things, their view on things. Also, something is coming through about a father, you know, like having father issues, trauma, yeah, based on your father maybe passing away, or your father not really being there for you in the first place, emotionally. This is turning out to be a very, very difficult reading. So I'm just going to try and keep it light, you know, so we don't kind of get sucked into this energy. But yeah, look at this, the Nine of Cups. There's also this energy of you guys feeling lost because you were, for the majority of your life, you were afraid to disappoint somebody. And now you've come to the realization that you can't make some people happy. And that's the way it goes. You know? Because it kind of feels like maybe here there's some sort of situation where your dreams came crashing down, but the part of the acceptance over here is that they weren't really your dreams, they were somebody else's dreams. And you have to let go of the idea of getting somebody else's acceptance, but your own. You get acceptance from other people, but here what I'm seeing is, like, even the way that I put them, that you might be putting this particular person higher than other people. Like, their opinion matters most, right? More than other people's opinions. So there's definitely the energy of needing to get closure. And allowing yourself to dream a different dream, to envision a different scenario. This is coming through very, very strongly over here. Okay, let's see what they're going to say when it comes to you finding your way. If they want to add something. I'm surprised at how this deck is working today. Usually it kind of scratches the surface, but today it went very deep. Okay. Surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. See, for a lot of you, you wish you could be a little child again, without any care in the world. You wish that you didn't have to make those decisions. You wish that you didn't have to go through whatever you went through. You wish everything was different. And I know I was talking about a father figure, but there's also like this lack of support from the mother as well. So what's coming through very strongly over here, guys, is that you need to go into the energy of your internal parent. And this is going to help you tremendously because you need to give yourself the acceptance, you need to give yourself the love, you need to give yourself the care in order to bring up your authentic desires, because then your internal compass starts becoming activated. Yeah? And then you're no longer going to feel lost. So that's already a lot to digest. I'm just going to put out one more card over here. Because you, my darlings, there's a lot of things when it comes to family. So you might have a sister, or you might have a couple of sisters over here. It could be that, see, I'm getting different energies over here. For some of you, you're not on good terms when it comes to your sister. And for some of you, you're on very good terms. Either way, there's something about needing to reconnect and sort something out, right? So it's kind of like reconnect and make things right again, or reconnect and walk away, right? So you, my lovely, option number one, you need to dig deep into the past, because this is around the time when you lost your sense of direction. Now the time has come for you to regain it, yeah? To go through the pain and to go through all of the other stages that you need to go through and realize that there is a way out. But first, something needs to completely end so that the other thing can begin. And that's what I see for you, my lovely option number one. If you're up for a personal reading, send me an email. The email's in the description box below. Make sure to check my Patreon page out. The link to it is also in the description box of this video. And of course, take good care of your amazing selves now. My lovely option number two, if you guys were drawn to this super shiny crystal. And welcome to your reading, guys. If you're feeling a little lost, a little overwhelmed, lost for direction. Let's go ahead. Ooh, look at this. This candle going to go out. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's quite interesting. This might be your energy right now, where you were shining really brightly and then the flame just went out. Well, let us bring that spark back. And there we go. That's a little better. Now, my lovely option number 2. Tell me your story. Tell me why you're feeling lost. This is also going to be a bit of an energy check-in so that you guys may make sure you chose the right pile. Okay, so here what I'm seeing, guys, is that you are doing really well, actually. You know, you might feel that you're lost, but you're actually doing really well because here you're on the road to, or you have already let go of a particular coping mechanism, and quite possibly a relationship that was quite toxic. And the fact that you let it go, it made you feel like you have created a big void within you. Some of you guys could be Scorpios. 2 of Pentacles. Okay, the 4 of Swords. The World. And the Lovers. Okay. So what I'm seeing for you, my lovely option number 2, the reason why you're feeling lost is that for the majority of you, for a very long time, in order to deal with whatever you had to deal with, you shut out the world, you shut out the people, you shut out the love, okay? It's kind of like you went into do not disturb mode for a very long time over here. And one of your coping mechanisms was to be in that do not disturb mode. And maybe you were socially active, but I'm not seeing that you guys were like fully present, if that makes sense, right? For some of you, I'm also sensing maybe you had to relocate, maybe you had to move, and maybe you find yourself in a completely new environment and it's very difficult for you to adapt. But of course, when we're talking about the Lovers, when we're talking about the Devil, I'm also seeing that, you know, for quite a few of you, you might have been stuck in a predicament where you weren't the only one in the relationship, or the person you were trying to build a healthy relationship with was not on the same level. They just didn't have the same vibe at all whatsoever. Yeah. So here I'm kind of seeing that you turned away from the world and the world has turned away from you. But the fact that the Devil came through in reverse, guys, this is a very, very good beginning. A very good beginning, because like I said, you might be coming out of that shell. You might be turning your do not disturb mode off, right? And you are experiencing that void, and you're feeling like, okay, I feel lost. So they're showing me this need for companionship. There's definitely the need for love. And you might be looking for it in a place that has to do with earning money. And this is quite interesting, because you might be feeling like you are lost when it comes to your career, when it comes to your life purpose. But the thing is, out of the job or out of your career, you're trying to get the emotions that you would normally get out of a relationship, you know, having children, having dogs, having a lot of friends, or maybe not even a lot of friends, but you know what I'm saying, close emotional connections. Because this is what they're saying you need the most right now. So I'm not going to be surprised, my lovely option number 2, if you feel very, very lonely and maybe insecure when it comes to your job, when it comes to your relationships, with the 2 of Pentacles. Right? And the reason why they're saying is that you're putting too much expectations, yeah, when it comes to your job, that it needs to fill all of the voids from other aspects of your life. And they're saying, no, that's not the case. And that's one of the reasons why you're feeling lost, that you're trying to kind of substitute one thing for another. Okay. So how can you get out of this feeling lost? Let's see what this oracle has to say. Righting past wrongs, uprooting. You know what I keep hearing in my head, guys? Sorry seems to be the hardest word. Remember that song? I think it was Elton John and Blue that sang it. But I keep hearing like sorry seems to be the hardest word. Might sound a little bit cliche over here, guys, but there's need for forgiveness over here. You might still be very mad at somebody that didn't give you something, that they behaved a certain way. You might be mad at yourself for not seeing something. Here they're telling me you need to work with forgiveness. See what it is that you need to forgive others for and what you need to forgive yourself for and who you want to apologize to you as well. This is very important. And then when you start digging and digging and digging and digging, you'll realize that hurt people, and that can go through generations upon generations upon generations and upon generations, right? And that will give you the energy of things that are not aligned with you, including coping mechanisms, including avoiding close physical, emotional, mental connections, right? And those coping mechanisms are going to go away because sometimes we ask ourselves, why do we keep going for the same type of person, for the same type of a relationship, right? And the answer is because we're trying to get closure for something that happened that hurt us. So we seek a person that's very, very similar to the person who hurt us, but we end up getting the same result over and over again. It happens on a subconscious level, right? And when you get that closure without hurting yourself all over again, or without isolating yourself all over again, then you can start to move on, and then you can start to feel that you have found your mojo back, found your spark back. Now, there's a very specific message for some of you guys that you are meant to shine. So whether it's through singing, dancing, writing, fashion, design, through PR, through whatever it is that you do, you're meant to be somebody who is seen. So this is quite interesting because your past trauma is affecting your life purpose, and it's not even making you think in that direction, because you might be again like, afraid to get back out there. So they're saying like this is why you feel lost, because you're called to do one thing, but your internal shackles, if you will, your internal prison is not even allowing you to turn in that direction. So this is something very, very important. And soon you will realize a lot of things in your life have been unaligned. Yeah? And you will find a way to align them again. But it has a lot to do with forgiveness. Okay, my lovely, option number 2. That's what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. If you're up for a personal one, send me an email. The email's in the description box below this video. So it's linked to my Patreon, make sure to check it out. Alright guys, take care now. Bye. My lovely option number 3. And welcome to your reading, guys. If you were drawn to this crystal over here, the rainbow pirate, which looks like a piece of an alien ship that was just like flying, flying. And then it bumped into something. A little piece came crashing down. All right, guys. Alien talk aside, let's go ahead and take a look. What's happening with you? Let me see why you're feeling lost and the real reason. And this is going to be a little bit of an energy check-in so you guys can make sure that you chose the right pile over here. Okay, so option number 3, tell me your story. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. I almost want to say option number 3, are you lost or are you bored? Because here I'm sensing stability. Here I'm sensing stability. There's something that's not being communicated over here. And maybe for some of you, there's this energy of feeling lost when it comes to direction and to who you are. That's what I'm saying. Are you lost or are you bored? You see, this is what the cards are saying. You're looking for guidance when you yourself are ready to give guidance. My darlings, here you're downplaying yourself. Here you're the only option where I'm literally seeing the fates going like, why are they wasting time? And downplaying themselves. You see, for you, lovely option number 3, you're meant for a different life. You're blocking your Empress energy over here. So I don't know if it has something to do with fame, with prosperity, with living a life where you travel a lot, where you experience lots of things. You have so much to share with the world. So much to share with the world. And once you get your Empress energy upright, oh my days, the things that you could do. The things that you could do, like they show me that, you could be a beacon of light to others. Where you are, you've outgrown this place. You've outgrown this job. You've outgrown this relationship or semi-relationship or situationship. They're telling me why you're sacrificing things. With the Hangman, why are you sacrificing things? You're fighting for breadcrumbs. There's something about fighting for breadcrumbs, guys. Of course you're going to feel lost because you're feeling hungry, emotionally hungry. Maybe even physically hungry as well, but emotionally you're hungry. Hungry for love, adventure, excitement, for that feeling that you're living, not merely existing. A huge potential within you, huge. Especially with the Empress. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. The Empress is the energy of abundance. It's the energy where things grow. It's the energy of enjoying things. Yeah? Chasing is not part of the energy of the Empress. She attracts. And here, this is like the energy where it's time to shift your mindset when it comes to the lack mentality, honestly. You're not meant to experience like an ordinary life. You see, you're meant to do something extraordinary. But somebody took that away from you, you see? Either a father figure or some sort of partner or somebody you considered an authority. What they're saying over here, it's safe to outgrow your parents, outgrow your expectations of yourself, and become bigger, larger, more successful, happier. A lot of you, my dears, I'm going to be completely honest with you, this spread talks about trauma bond, yeah? Where we bond over trauma, where we bond over feeling unhappy, experiencing certain hurdles that could be avoided. Yeah, see, what they're saying is soon you're going to make a decision to think differently. With you, when it comes to your ancestral lineage, with you, a new path is being shown. You see, you're going to take that leap of faith. Because you, with the full energy, with the full arcana, my darlings, you're meant to experience a lot of colors of life, right? And you've already experienced a lot of darker colors. And now they're saying it's time to change the palette, right? It's time to change the colors that you use. Because there's so many vibrant colors over here. So if you want to be a designer, be a designer. If you want to do podcasting, do podcasting. If you want to be a singer, be a singer. If you want to travel and do travel blogging, any other ink that you want to do, go for it, right? You see, your energy, it's about the travel, not the destination. It's about the journey, not the destination. You need to get lost in order to find yourself, because the finding yourself, the finding your path is incredibly important, because you get to experience a lot of things. And this is what you need to understand, that your arcana over here, you've done this before. If you believe in past lives, or if you don't believe in past lives, that's okay. But there's definitely the energy where you've done this before. And what they're showing me, this is quite interesting, incredibly interesting. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm going to try. It's almost like you were invited in this like ancestral lineage in order to bring this energy in. Because in the other ancestral lineage, don't ask me how this is coming through, it is. You've already done it, and you've done it very, very successfully. So it's almost like your spirit, your soul is an energy that can bring a lot of change. Okay. And here, look at this at the bottom of the deck. You're not for everybody. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. Gorgeous. It's almost like you're out of this space, guys. Maybe out of this universe. I don't know. Weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Yeah, it's not. You guys are trying to, maybe there's a little bit of a people-pleasing energy that's also coming through over here, where you want to make yourself comfortable and you don't want to stick your head out. But again, I keep hearing your fates saying that you already have the wisdom and you could be the mentor. You don't need a mentor anymore. You are the mentor if you want to be one. Because your life story and your path is so extraordinary that not a lot of people can be your mentor, because they haven't come even closely to your experience. So they can't give you advice on something that they don't know. I mean, they can, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Maybe you don't need that advice. Maybe you need to find out for yourself. All right, my lovely option number 3. And on that enigmatic note, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. If you're up for a personal one, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this video. So it's the link to my Patreon page with over 160 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves then. Bye.